Alright, we shall begin the Zavala challenge. I don't know why I call it a Zavala challenge, so I just call it Zavala, but it's like a pastime for us.
The infested are releasing toxic spores into
Turn
the
my chair
area.
on.
The emergency life support I am delivering is
Make
your
sure
only chance for
we
survival.
gotta find that area.
At least a area that would work.
Yeah. Damn it.
Oh, found it.
Oh, of course you found it. I went the other way. Luckily, Gracie can't hurt enemies while I'm in the rift. It would suck if she could. More power. Oh, yes, it's this area. Let the killing begin.
Until they get here.
Life support on the way.
I'm not even gonna put him in stasis yet. I'm gonna wait a little later. I'm just gonna keep that going.
You're the most likely to go down before I am. I'm immortal.
I am technically immortal too, as long as I have my Vasca Compat active.
And well, unless she's dead.
If she gets incapacitated, yes, but I'm basically pro melee. So as long as I'm actually using melee, she gets that overguard buff.
I delivered a life
She's
support
fine.
capsule to the area.
No.
I think, like, I thought of these a while ago. That's actually why I made the Vasca Compat now, is for that immortality. Captain Beast way the hell out over here.
I didn't get I didn't kill anything over there.
It's fine, it's not a big deal. I already picked it up. We got enough bouncing objects in this room already.
No, we don't. We need more.
Yeah, we do. Isn't this also the room where you ended up getting perma banished one day? That was like what, last year somewhere?
Yeah.
Or was it early? Or no, it was really early this year, and well, you ended up dodge rolling while I was in the middle of a banish spam.
Life support
But you never recorded the video, so you actually ended up recording it on your tablet, which made it look like it was pirated almost. It was very difficult to watch that video, dude. It was hard to watch because of how grimy and grainy it looked. Ugh. Like, no one would even know what the hell's going on. They would just see you just running around with, like, objects stuck to you or something.
That's the idea.
Additional life support has arrived.
But we were almost ready to leave when you ended up getting accidentally perma banished.
I think I was on Chroma, wasn't it? Or was it on a different frame?
I don't even remember what frame you were on at the time. I remember you... All I know is that when you got perma banished, you were in the middle of a dodge roll. Like, that was, like... It must have been rather annoying, but not really. If you actually have... If you have a limit on your group and they're actually... They keep that bubble out. You technically would not be perma banished, but being perma banished has gotta be annoying, especially when you're dodge rolling and like glitches out. Imagine doing that to a player. Like, imagine if you had to end up like perma banishing a player by accident, like a random player, and then they start freaking out because they're stuck in a rift permanently until the end of the mission.
The raid is off to a
I
successful
do remember
start.
it was punishing at the
When
time
you are
for
ready,
me when
go to
for the
extraction.
Warframe that I was on. I couldn't kill
What?
anything with the ability because I was using a Warframe that was the abilities cannot be. Or maybe it was by Chroma.
Could have been Trinity as well?
I don't remember, but I remember it was on the Warframe that I couldn't use abilities for killing. It could have been Trinity.
Trinity doesn't exactly kill, even with that evading Link ability, or Link itself, it would wound enemies, but I don't know if it would actually kill them.
You must be using your Valkyrie build.
No.
I just got a speed boost out of nowhere.
Oh, it might be those fan things that are lying around in here. No, I'm using my main build, my Eclipse build. Gotta protect you.
I'm immortal. I don't need protection.
I'm immortal. Well, technically all Teto are immortal.
I'm talking about from going down.
Yeah.
Or dying, I should say. And going down.
That's what was making Nobu so popular. It's funny that when I was watching that Pupster video today, and he was like saying, oh no, you might get nerfed in the next update. It's like, oh come on dude, relax. I doubt Nobu.
No.
He's not gonna get nerfed anytime
No,
soon.
he's not gonna get nerfed at all because they tended to him. They tended him to be like Leslie.
Precisely. Nobu actually is a truly unique Warframe too. He's like right up there with Limbo with their unique identity. I mean, he actually, it said that, according to I was watching the Siege video, even though that I was about to fall asleep watching it, that,
Was it that boring?
it was really relaxed. And yeah, it's not that it's boring, it's just like, when you're telling a story and you're like really relaxed, you kind of just want to doze off every now and then. But he was explaining that Noku actually, so you know how Warframes are made? They're basically humans who are injected with the strain of the infestation. Noku basically just is. Like, he was just created out of nowhere. He started off as a baby, according to the lore of the game. And it actually had something to do, and when I was watching the video, I did listen to the part where, according to the Siege, or according to the, you know how Albrecht and Trotty basically went to 1999 to change the events of history and stuff like that? There's a and it might actually be connected to the mushroom area, because the mushrooms are, the fungi and Venus are actually what's helping keep Venus habitable, basically. Like, the funguses themselves are responsible for keeping the planet habitable. And Nathaniel wants those mushrooms or something like that. I mean, I could be, like, way off there. I mean, I know I sound like I'm just talking in my ass, but... So Noku basically was created as, he was an experiment. He was not, like, any random experiment. He was actually created.
He was created by nature.
Pretty much. But here's the things that just don't make sense. If Noku was just created out of nowhere,
he wasn't created.
Why does he look like a humanoid character then? There's so many questions that are left unanswered because, like, it just makes very little sense. This is a game this is a game that we're talking about after all. I mean, look at Limbo. It's like, how the hell do you get the rift to work? Where's the mask behind the rift? And, I mean, using Limbo's Rift as an example of, like, the absurdity and the way the game works and stuff, but, like, Noku basically is, like, he just was created by nature, like you said.
He was created by nature because nature needed a warrior to help defend it. That's what I'm assuming.
That's a good art.
Because nature can't fight back. So nature...
yeah, they can.
So Mother Nature version of Mother Nature in this game created Noku to protect, you know, life, like plants and whatever. Plants and animals. He was created basically to protect plants and animals. He's basically like a forest guardian.
Similar to Oberon. But Oberon was a man, though. He was once a human. Or something like that. Well, technically speaking, almost every Warframe is, but Nidus was also... This possibility Nidus actually could have been the original prototype, like the original frame. But, I don't know. It's like... Warframe's lore is very weird. Very weird, it's hard to wrap your head around, and even people who are lore masters in other games struggle to even figure out Warframe's lore. It's just weird! By the way, it is interesting to know that Noku can win in a fight against Poison Ivy, as we were discussing yesterday. However, there's a few caveats, though. If you were to put him up against, say, Omni-Man, no chance.
Still me and Wardle, though.
For the baby mode, though. That's only in gameplay, though.
Wardle still follows her in Warframes.
Yeah. Foreman! Ah, you went invincible. Stomp, stomp, stomp. We're doing great! I'm surprised I haven't even killed 1 million enemies with this weapon yet.
You have to kill 150 enemies with heat damage.
I don't have heat damage on me. Oh well. I'm using gas. Racy's got heat damage though.
Don't count though. SVU though.
I know it don't count. I would see it counting if technically speaking, the Kavats do count towards your kills, but they would have to be...
They don't count towards the challenge, though.
They don't count towards the challenge. Damn, enemies are too big to go through the door.
think bigger is better, I guess.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
Did you just get downed?
It was just a toxin agent. I didn't go down. I can't go down. I'm immortal.
Better than Wukong. Speaking of, I was in here yesterday. I forgot to tell you, I took the Wukong. Wait, can I? Are you there? Wukong got down within the first 5 minutes of a survival mission. I honestly cannot say, like, seeing a Wukong get downed is not embarrassing in a way, but kind of surprising. Because Wukong is supposed to be an immortal. Because, well, canonically speaking, Wukong is just scared of death.
His lives are finite, though.
Exactly. I still remember I've had days where when I used to main Wukong, I do arbitration missions. If I lose one life, I literally feel like, well, I just got down. If I'm on my last life, I immediately just have to I would just like start playing very scared, like practically. But like this was way before the helmet system. No, this was actually way before the Arctic Shark thing or the helmet system or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, actually, before the Arctic Shards, when I used to main Wukong, pre-Arctic Shards.
Now
losing a life is the equivalent of getting down in my book.
Yeah, now we actually have a means to an actual Warframe that is truly mortal in the game, and that is Naoku himself.
Well, that's just in the gameplay too, you don't forget that. But canonically speaking, we're all immortal.
I'm talking about going down and dying.
Gameplay. If they actually did nerf Goku, how do you think they would do it?
They won't.
I know they won't. I would say they probably might reduce his damage a little bit, or maybe make his passive different, or whatever, I don't know.
They built him what he was intended for. They're not gonna
Survival.
They're not gonna nerf him for that.
Oh, I'm already aware of that. But we won't know until the next update. Oh, there's my kitty cat. Hi, Gracie. I just kicked him in the face. You basically reduce his health down to the range. That's funny.
Why does it feel like they're all spawning over here at the hallway area?
I don't know. Maybe it's because we're killing them in one area and they have to have someone else spawn.
I don't know. I mean, they are spawning behind us. It's not very many. I've seen them more
Yeah.
spawning from the hallway area than anywhere else.
Look what our Tenno operative just found.
Yeah, look, an
They could not
Axie
do this
relic. We
without
don't
you.
get a lot of those these days.
Because they're more of the rarer ones, that's why. Most of them are.
Some of them are, yeah. Only the ancients, though. They're the ones that are. They're like the biggest ones in here. Although it'd be cool if we were fighting the infected females first, and the giant centipede creatures and stuff.
Imagine they did add them in the mix with the infested.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm literally trying so hard to stay in this room, but damn it. Some of them are just getting piled up back there.
My grenades will kill him.
I've seen that.
I loose. Just let my grenades kill him.
Yeah.
Noku is definitely range-based with his abilities. You definitely don't need a gun with him.
Yeah, I see that.
And the good thing about his grenades abilities, they will seek out and destroy any enemies that are in the area. The area they're directional abilities, they would only go towards the enemies that you throw them at. It's a directional ability. So they will seek out enemies and chase them down to kill them. But you have to throw them in the direction of where the enemy is at for them to do that. They're a seek directional ability.
The ammo's being dropped.
doing millions worth of damage.
Yep.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
You know in Doom Eternal you have that crucible sword?
What about it?
What if a Warframe could use it?
I don't think they can.
What do you mean?
Isn't it Hellbound weapon?
I don't...
Or is it a holy... I can't remember. Is it a Hellbound weapon or a holy weapon?
Well, it certainly ain't no holy weapon. I know it has a lot of energy though. According to Death Battle, it's packing a lot of fucking energy.
It's basically like a lightsaber.
It is basically like a lightsaber. Imagine if a Warframe could build that weapon. I'd still like the Dread Mace though. From Doom the Dark Ages, that Dread Mace. Ooh. If I were playing that game, I would name that weaponry. Of course, you'd be like past halfway through the game that you'd be picking that up though. I mean, who doesn't want an infinitely dense mace? I love maces. Misery.
He's avoiding light mushrooms.
He did get bounced on a couple times though.
They're still the grenades are still going after him. He's just avoiding the bounce area. As soon as he walks towards the bounce area where the grenades are at, he immediately teleport away from them if he gets too close to him.
Yep.
I'm learning.
Imagine if they actually were given machine learning where they just learn from our movements and weapons and stuff and they actually end up adapting to our attack.
Adapting to kill us.
That'd be pretty cool. Imagine if they did an update where the anti-tank, the Stalker acolytes, actually become harder and harder. With each, they learn what kills them.
Yeah.
And they just like you do viral and toxin, so they become much more resistant to viral and toxin by like 35%. For each time they die, they just become like tougher. But that would make the game weirdly difficult, unnecessarily difficult, because like imagine if violence came out at
I've just been noticing. I've been noticing since I've been playing on Noku. They've been as soon as they even start doing too much damage to them, they immediately was teleport away from me.
oh shit, I'm migrating.
Or
well, not really.
Or they'll just avoid my mushrooms where the grenades are bouncing on to basically to take out the anti-frame. They will just immediately teleport away from them if they get too close.
Yep. I'm gonna start spawning some kebabs, damn it. I forget that I am a summoner on all these builds, but like it's not easy to do that with my main build because I don't cast that often. One downside to my Eclipse build is it's a low cast build. But unless you're capitalizing on all of his abilities, like using all of his abilities, like spaces and stuff, then yeah, no hard by it. I'm gonna hold out using stasis until way later in the mission. We're just shy of 30 minutes in. Well, I probably won't use it until like 40 or 50 minutes.
It's funny that the Toxin Ancients in this game are the only thing that can actually one-shot any Warframe in the game. No matter how much armor or much health you have, it's always a guaranteed one-shot.
So armor does help mitigate damage.
Very little.
It does mitigate it, but little by little, still goes a long way. My first death in an arbitration mission was actually from a Toxic Ancient, and I still remember how annoying it was. I think you were sending me a screenshot. I was out of it. This was before Arkansas was even a thing. As soon as I was out of my room for 2 seconds, the Ancient just one-shotted me.
Do you remember what I even screenshotted you? Because I don't.
I think it was something in Battlefield or something.
I don't think I was playing Battlefield at the
It was
time.
either that or Call of Duty. It was one of those games.
Could have been Monster Hunter, I'm not sure.
It could have been Monster Hunter. It was like, what, 3 years ago?
I know, it's a long time. I don't remember what I even sent you.
And neither do I. All I know is that in the middle of the arbitration mission against the infested, it didn't exactly help to have that guy in chat berating me in
crushing
every
your
corner.
ego.
I don't really have an ego, though. I mean,
No, but obviously you did, because you quit the game immediately after he hounded you.
no, I didn't leave the game after I died.
No,
After I got back up, I basically like the game and left.
I was talking
Not
about.
good.
I was talking about after what he said to you.
No, I was just getting annoyed by him just constantly berating me, dude. It was just getting on my nerves. And then he was like telling me to leave him alone. I was like, dude, you're the one running your fucking mouth on me, berating me and telling me like, and stuff like that. It's like, come on. It was a different time too. But whatever.
It was the time that Limbo was the most hated.
No, yeah, he was definitely getting a lot of hate back then too. I just hate
More than he is now.
Oh yeah, people just tolerate him now. I mean, they only really hate him in like those missions that he's actually designed to do, like defense missions and mobile defense. Like that's actually where Limbo really works well with. Because technically speaking, as long as there's no enemies in the rift with the defense object, that object is practically like unkillable or something. I mean, I'm looking past that the only time I die in arbitration missions now is because I'm either going AFK or that's pretty much about it. I still remember dying in arbitration missions earlier this year, back when they did the 1999 update. What was kind of funny is there was a side effect, a bug, causing a ridiculous amount of Xmas units. Holy shit, I never really given it that much thought until it was addressed. That with like a crazy amount of Xmas units, like okay, so in the 1999 missions, you're actually fighting more Xmas units per battle group than you are in other normal Warframe missions. And the problem was, you're getting a lot more Xmas units, even more Xmas units in the regular Warframe missions, and all of them, and it is just a nightmare. It was going on for around 4 weeks. What's funny about that, I think it was like 4 weeks to almost a month. I mean, the fact that they had, and you were burned out at the time too, you were taking a big break from the game. And it was a good thing you did, because I can't imagine, you were maining Interos at the time too. And after that one glitch from a year ago when the Blast Frog bug, you remember the Blast Frog bug? I still remember that arbitration mission that we did. I didn't even realize I was the one actually killing you. And that's gotta be so annoying, dude. Dying in an arbitration mission is one thing, but if you're dying that often, but then again, a shieldless Warframe is a shieldless Warframe. No shield getting mechanic really puts you at a much, much greater risk of getting one-shotted. But neither of us even knew what was causing it, but we should have seen the signs. I was using, the Halicar Wraith at the time, too. And I use that thing to perfection. Like, when that thing detonates, it just kills everything. And going back to those days, it was a host, it was a client problem, too. It was a host to client problem. And that actually makes it even worse. Because no one knows who's causing it. That basically means, since that update, when we had the black bug bugs, I would be more likely to kill my own teammates because how blast damage works at the time. And given the fact that we figured that out. We actually did, how many tests did you and I actually do to actually figure out, huh?
It was only 2.
Yeah. I actually had you run as lead host, and I was like on my Gauss. Was I on my Gauss? No, you were on your Gauss. I was still on my limbo, and I was getting down by the flash box, so it was just as bad for the client as it is for the hosted client, because man, those bugs. Ugh. Well, we got through them though.
That blast bug was definitely game breaking.
It was annoying. It was annoying for you especially because it was affecting you directly. It was annoying me because it had that in order for me to work with you without accidentally killing you with a goddamn blast rock. Mania's out again? Ah, you teleported me. I'm like right in front of you. Ow! Ah, Gracie. Stomp you. We're not doing too well, are we? I'll go ahead and activate a captura. That's okay.
Has been replenished.
They're all on fire! And something here. I think Gracie's setting them on fire. We're gonna spam stasis a couple times and spawn more Kintai. I did say I was gonna start using it around 40 minutes. Watching my Kavats just mercilessly hunt down these enemies is awesome and satisfying. It's funny that you got turned into a baby right around 15-minute mark, but at the same time, wasn't that when you were too far away from me as well? It's not like I'm saying some random shit out of my head. I like how the game knows where to spawn enemies outside the line of sight from the player. When you really think about it, a room like this would not be able to sustain this many enemies. Like where they spawn from and everything.
Another life support capsule
Game
is
logic.
now available.
God, can you imagine taking your character? Oh my God! Imagine if you could take your Noko to DSO. Would you do it?
Maybe.
Nogu, you know what? I should do a thought experiment. What if Nogu was in Elder Scrolls universe? People might think he'd be like a Telvanni experiment. the Telvanni are the one, is House okay, so in Elder Scrolls universe, Morrowind, specifically Morrowind, the Dark Elves, their culture, they have like a house governance like system where they have like all these houses. Like they have 6 houses, but one of them is like criminalized and the other one is House Relic or whatever. But House Telvanni is the one that specializes exclusively around magic. Boy, like I still remember my days in Morrowind. Don't ever mess with the guards and don't ever mess with the Telvanni guards in Morrowind. Those greater bone walkers are so annoying. Once your strength gets damaged. But anyways, House Telvanni is actually probably one of my top favorite houses in there. But House Veteran is actually my favorite because they are more grounded, and they actually have like a story that I actually like to hear about. I like to read it. So it's the story of a blunt weapon usage and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I digress.
We'll all share in this bounty.
If Noku from Warframe was to actually be put in the world of Elder Scrolls, I would say he would be seen as a Telvanni experiment. Like, he's like a summoned creature from, like, God knows where. And him being a Warframe, he's probably going to be a hell of a lot more durable than a lot of things in the Elder Scrolls universe. People will have probably taken down Daedra like nothing. I mean, how good he is here in the survivability. Like, I can imagine him disguising himself as a baby just to get past security and stuff. And he would be perfect for the Elder Scrolls universe. My God, I still have that game on I still have that game down, like saved and everything. So I can actually like Photoshop my Noku and put him in like Morrowind or something. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Ah, wrong button. Ah. They're frozen in time. Another anti-frame? Didn't we just kill one like 2 minutes ago?
Malice again.
Malice again, of course it is. Malice, go back. Imagine Noku as a boss in Elder Scrolls. What do you think his mechanics would be?
I don't know.
I think he'd be too weird as a boss, but they do have, I know in some of the bosses in EXO are nimble. You know that one dungeon where you have that Nightblade woman who shoots, like, spams arrows and stuff like that, and then clones herself or whatever? I would consider her as a nimble boss. Noku would probably function similar to that. You're probably, here's a better example. You know that Dark Elf boss from Cradle of Shadows? The one that says, "You think I'm surrounded? How cute." Like that. Oh wait, he's not a Dark Elf, is he?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't even remember anymore. But, he's an agile boss. I could see Noku as an agile boss. If he were to be seen as a boss, he'd be a pro. That's like his mechanics. His mushrooms would probably be something that you have to destroy. And the grenade thing would be doing a high amount of damage. But it would not warrant to kill you unless you're playing the game on bet. Noku would almost one-shot you with those, if you're not blocking or whatever. I think Noku would be pretty cool to bring in the Elder Scrolls. All the scrolls in a hurry. Capsule piece. I need to get that thing. Do you remember a while ago where whenever you get hit by those creatures, they do that tether pull ability, you used to drag you by your feet?
They still do drag you.
No operative just found.
Nah, they don't
They
drag
cannot do
you
this
though. They
without
kind of just pull you while you're still standing. I missed that
Life
mechanic,
support
dude. It was
activated.
pretty funny. I think they should give that ability to Mania now. To make Mania, let's make Mania more dangerous. How if we would have buffed any of the anti-planes, I would make Mania much more dangerous and scary. He's already using a blade whip combo. So what I'm thinking he could do is he could use the whip part to basically just wrap around and just pull you, like drag you through there. He won't hurt you. You're not gonna take any damage. He's just gonna psychologically damage you by dragging you to him. Fine. Oh. Violence, you suck. Oh, the free Muslims. I would make violence more dangerous too. How I would do it is,
the main one that really needs a buff is the one that does the rain.
Ornament definitely needs a buff, dude. I feel bad for her. Like, every update they make, they need to fix her with those guns. They don't do anything.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Damn it, I'm migrating. Oh, I'm checking some capsules. I just activated this capsule piece only a couple minutes ago.
Life support has been replenished.
That's the pieces, yay!
Everything they bring spawns in it to bring to the mushroom moss pit.
Have you actually thought about having him as a Spectre yet?
Nope. You asked me that, and I told you I'm
Additional
not going
life
to.
support.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Spectres, I'm gonna toss one of mine out. Oh fuck, who do I want?
Any of them?
I could use Dante. I mean, his overguard might help a little bit. Not that it really matter. Nah, I'm not gonna use Dante. Have Oberon. I'm gonna use Steinax again. I really like Steinax as my Spectre. I'm just gonna have only them out. I'm not gonna go overboard on this syndicate one. Oh wow, you were taking the same as me?
I will toss out the call group.
Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
Wrong button, damn it.
What'd you do?
I accidentally called out a different Spectre. And I might as well call out the crewmate. Already. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do.
I'll wait for yours
The longer
to...
you fight,
Nah,
the more
I'll
successful
call my
you will
crewmate
be.
out, what the hell.
Taking care of my wounds. See, mother? It'll work for us, you small.
I couldn't forget with that what?
Us is Babykin. He said, I'll take care of my wounds. See, mother, neither one of us. Whatever he said it was.
Needlework does... I actually forget how... Oh, that body buff for the next 2 days. The last... I forget how big that bubble really is. It's really cool. Visually speaking, I think it's really cool. Being in I think that's actually another one of the reasons why I like Limbo is that the Rift has like a unique mechanic where you're like in a hyperfluid or something. The filter that's put on your screen when you're in the Rift feels like you're wearing like a lens or something.
A moment. I will self-repair.
It technically just it's like a filter.
Yeah.
Ugh. Dealing move. I never bothered changing her after all these years. Upon knowing and then instinctively getting her to Hoover God, she's basically an art like a ridiculous. There's actually, the Spectres will help clean up some of the ammo packs, the ammo drops that are dropping. Neither of us are using guns, and this will help.
You would think you would think if the game should know we're not using guns, it shouldn't drop us ammo.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna do it anyway. But yeah, if it were a smart, if they did like a smart mechanic where there would be literally no ammo drops upon, based on whatever weapons that everyone's running. Too many people in here. Oh my god. There we go. Man, you really can't take that double range train at sometimes. I definitely like that double range, especially with this build, because it actually protects you. and the bubble itself is pretty massive too, but just because the bubble shrinks, it's not 100% guaranteed. But you know that as long as we get that 75% damage reduction buff for me, that actually is significant. You'd definitely be taking a whole lot more damage. I still remember a while ago when I did that experiment with the invigoration buff, and when I buffed my main Limbo, this one with that extra range a while back for the first time, it completely changed the way I looked at my builds. For the better, too. I mean, if it weren't for that experiment, I would have never changed my glitch build. My glitch build, I will admit, is very selfish. It's really just for me. Like, quick and easy, but when I did the experiment, taking advantage of that total eclipse, I'm sure I had to take off a duration mod. I don't really care. Like, I'm recasting anyway, so it doesn't matter how long my abilities last.
Look what our Tenno operative just found. They could not do this without you.
I'd like to know what other Tenno she's talking about. It's just you and me in here.
That's impaired. I mean, you're talking about the operative that gives us an item every 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Or an operative, just a regular operative.
Well, they call she said it's a Tenno though.
Developer? Staff member? I don't know.
I don't know. She says it's a Tenno, so that means it's a Warframe operator.
It's funny you group up all your mushrooms. They look like a bunch of Kuba things.
I just had the sitting there to basically any enemies that try to sneak up behind me.
Scissors coming out.
Life support activated.
gonna tell my Spectre to stay here. I'm looking on the map. Hold position. It'll give me an idea. It'll give us some more breathing room, so we don't have to. Like, I'm gonna assume that, so I don't have to zoom in on all of it. Just a try out. Because you're buffing him, you're giving him so much damage with his output now.
I've delivered another life support capsule. The longer you fight, the more successful we will be.
60 minutes already. Damn, bro.
I want to see how many kills I got so far, I'm curious. 4,245. You were at 2,552.
I'm not surprised. I'm a weapons platform.
Other anti-frame.
Yep,
I feel like we just killed one.
we did.
Spawned right on my mushrooms.
You're doing great, Steinax. Keep it up. Ouch. Steinax, look out. A toxic ancient. Oh, good. It died. Oh, I just been thinking like the idea of like when I'm playing Limbo and the crowd control capabilities are pretty good. When you have stasis out and everything, it almost makes the game feel like it's on easy mode, but it's not.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can. Life support has been replenished.
65.
70 minutes most likely we'll be getting out of here.
Huh?
Probably around 70 minutes would be the time we get out of here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time now. Oh, man, I think I'm just gonna get this high too. There's a cool thing that Noku and Limbo would work very, very, very well together as well. I mean, your bouncy grenades, even if I spam banish on all the enemies and stuff, the grenades will still carry over through the rift and kill them that way.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Like always in the episode. I am going the wrong way.
Yeah. Game was telling me to go this way, now it's starting to go back the other way.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
Oh boy, I didn't think I was going to be this far away. 70 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
A valuable lesson.
1,939 melee kills. So the rest of them were exclusively around Gracie killing them.
We got 4,770 kills.
But you did rack up quite a melee kill though.
A lot of them are from the companion, or pet, whatever you want to call it.
You're an ability spammer, so it says you did 1,852 abilities used. I did 567. That's actually kind of fun. I'm gonna get my outfit ready for tomorrow.